to Culture XChange, everybody. You got my man right here, Troy, T-Rex. Wise Knight out here doing his thing, you know what I'm saying? Congratulating him on the fact that we just made it to.
Where we make it?
Bam! Right here, baby.
Right.
See?
Right.
Right here.
That's right. The CX is in the source, baby.
What page is it? What page is it?
071. I think it's 071, sir.
001.
Wait, matter of fact, I'm right here. I'm turned.
There you go. Look. Bam. Piece, the original pieces right here, celebrating the fact that we got an artist that actually made it to that level. Now, we can go ahead and get into all that pretty shit, but the truth is that there's a whole lot of things that we need to cover with Tupac. You know, this is a brother for me, brother to all of us. We were raised by this man. He was so young, and at the same time, it touched all of us. You know. So, let me ask with Troy. We'll start with him. Rex, when did you get first introduced to Pop? When was the first time that you remember?
I think I was at my step-pop's crib, and his son was in prison at the time, and he had a box of tapes. So I was just going through the tapes, and this one tape stood out to me, and it happened to be the Tupacalypse Now, you know what I'm saying, tape. So at that point, that's when I became a Pac fan, once I, you know what I'm saying, discovered that tape. The rest is history.
So Tupacalypse, what about you, man?
I think I became a Pac fan strictly for my came out, you understand what I'm saying? I think it was because he did a collaboration with my man from Jersey, because I'm from Jersey City. He did a collaboration with two people from Jersey, Apache and Tretch from Naughty by Nature, called The Five Deadly Venoms on that album. And because he did that, I paid more attention to him, and then I started looking at him, and man, I realized that, yo, this cat, he isn't just hip-hop. He's political. You know what I'm saying? He's a Panther. Straight up. Like, he was the next generation of what Panthers were supposed to become. You know what I mean? So, there's a little bit of noise he was making that I think brought more attention to him than the rest of the rap artists. I don't know if you agree on that, but I really do think that the reason why he caught more attention and more flack and always in the news, because they knew that he had an agenda outside of hip-hop, that if he had a chance to reach it, he'd be a problem.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Definitely.
Who you mean? Like, who do you mean that was catching attention? Who did he?
Who I mean was catching the attention?
Yeah, who was the
Bob
one that
Dole
was
was the first one. Bob Dole was the first one who went live on camera and mentioned him by name. And tried to point him out as being his record being the cause of why 2 state troopers had got killed on a highway somewhere because some kid had a Tupac tape in his car. So they based the murder of 2 state troopers that pulled this guy over on the fact that he was listening to Tupac at the time. Like, how ridiculous is that? But the reason why they try to connect those two and make him seem that violent and connect him to that violence is because they wanted to silence him, or they wanted to make him seem like a bad guy in the media so that white kids wouldn't listen. Ooh. Think about that.
Yeah. How do you feel about that? Like, as far as like how they portray him in this new flick, in this new movie and stuff. Do you feel like they did a good justice on him as an artist and as an activist, or you feel like they missed out on a big, you know what I'm saying, broader, you know, spectrum of what Pac can convey?
I think they tried to put a sprinkle of both in there, you know what I'm saying, but there's only so much you can put in the 2 hours, which I think they could have cut down a little bit on the whole death row part of it, because there's been so many documentaries and so many films on it. It's kind of like you already expect what you get.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? So they could have took more time to focus on the political side of Pocket, but they did good. You know what I'm saying? I didn't think it was horrible. I didn't think it was amazing.
I'll be totally honest with you. I've seen the movie exactly 3 times now, and first off, Sips Jr., the guy that's playing Demetrius Sips. Shout out, bro. Because midway through the movie, I forgot I was looking at an actor playing Tupac, and I just thought I was looking at Pac. You know what I'm saying? And I just was riding with Pac. So shout out to you, because you brought it to life. You did make it real for me. As far as the script, like, I have to agree with you on that there's no way you could cram even 25 years, even though it was a short life. You can't cram how much work this dude did in a 2-hour movie. It's impossible. It's impossible. And then you gotta factor in his influences from Matula Shakur, the Panthers, Afeni, and all those things that went into his history and who he was that you can't bring to light because there's not too many things you can touch on. So they sprinkled on those things, and then they jumped right to hip hop. And they jumped right to Death Row. And that's the part that had me kind of hot too. It's like, yo, there was so much before that he wanted to get back to had he lived past Death Row.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Had he lived past death row, I think that he would have been more back to what he originally started off.
Yeah, his plans was to go so much more further than where his life got cut short at. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he said himself in plenty of interviews he was planning on jumping into politics and doing a lot of things for the community, you know what I'm saying? So his life got cut short before he could fully expand his wings the way he liked to.
And let me say this, man. I think it's kind of corny. I think it's real corny. I'm saying it to you, dog. And you know who I'm talking to? The first person to come out their face that's in the industry that already has money that said the movie's fucking whack and it's this, that, and the third. Dog, the reason why you did any of that is because you didn't get a phone call to be a part of the movie. All right? Nobody asked you to be an actor. Nobody asked you to play a part of it. And you just jumped on these people who put together something out of homage. You know what I'm saying? There's no way they could have made a perfect Tupac movie. Anybody that grew up with Ray Charles as their hero wouldn't look at the Ray movie, no matter how great Jamie Foxx was, and say, oh, they nailed it. They're going to say that there was something that just wasn't right and they could have did better. Because it's a life. It's not something that's a script. It's a life.
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? So knock it off, 50 Cent.
Yeah. So yo, we live out here in the Culture XChange, politicking, building about Pac and his life, all the controversy that went on. I want to show you guys a little bit more of what's going on out here, how creative we're getting. Check out my man.